Hello, welcome back to another Fountain Show. I'm Jacob and Jacobishere, and today we're filming the final episode in Birth to Death. Birth to Death is a long-running series on my channel. This is the third season, which significantly got cut short. I think it's running 6 episodes instead of 10. We're going to talk a little briefly about this. We're also going to talk about how I had already filmed a previous episode. I was going to run for 7, but due to timing and life and things, I'm combining the previous episode which I filmed and this episode into one big gigantic finale for Mindy. Mindy is my favorite sim of all time. She took over my life in the best way possible. I don't even know how to describe it. And knowing that by the end of this video, by the end of the time I'm done filming, she will be gone, really fucking hurts. To the point where I don't think I'm going to save. I think I'm just gonna let her live forever, and I'm gonna continue putting her and her wife and things in life. I'd also like to mention very briefly that I do plan on doing some type of tribute to this sim. I know I've done 90 something videos about her life, about who she is and things, but I also I'd like to do one last thing for me. It's a lot of videos, as you guys know. 3 seasons is a long time. Season 1 contains the time that she was born, the time that she is a young adult. Season 2 is her young adult and adult life. And then season 3 is her elder life, which is why it's the shortest, because typically in Sims games, the elders are shorter lifespans. I have also never done a funeral before. I've never played Fight for Death. I've had it since it came out last October. Like I said, I have so much to say, and I kind of want to save Mindy's life for the end, for her funeral, and just talk about it and cry, because I feel like I'm gonna cry. Mindy herself, this series has kept my channel for me alive. I fell out of Sims community 2 years ago, I want to say. I think we were a year into her life. It was after the big update, right after Project Grenade got announced, and then, Get Together was coming out and stuff, and when all that stuff happened, I basically fell out of the Sims community for a lot of different reasons, but also just in general, it just wasn't my favorite game anymore. I just wasn't having a good time, and I tried to claw my way back into this game, and I just couldn't do it. But part of the reason why the channel has lasted as long as it has past that point, because there's a point in time where I was just kind of ready to say I'm done, and we're just gonna, this is because I wanted Mindy's life to come to an end. I didn't want to update you and be like, she died a peaceful death in her sleep, and she was, whatever. I didn't want to give you an obituary. I wanted to show you the obituary. That was such a big thing to me. I wanted it so bad. And now that we're here, I don't really know what the channel's going to look like going forward. I have a few ideas and things. I love Mindy Han so fucking much. And it's the end of an era. But that being said, grab a snack. I have a feeling this video is going to be long. Let's go ahead and jump into the final episode of Birth to Death. Let's say goodbye to Mindy, because she fucking deserves it. We're starting off with a cute little engagement. Yep. But essentially, they're going to go on a little bit of a date. That's what they're doing right now. They're going to go see this romantic movie, because it's romantic and it's a movie, and I thought that'd be kind of cute. So I'm going to have them go do that real fast together. After they get done talking, we are going to... I wish we could order rings. Is that a thing? Alright, it's not. Looks like she's getting a phone call. Oh, hey. Hi, Iggy. Fuck you, Iggy. Still hate Iggy. That didn't change. Point that out there. It didn't change at all. Can't stand Iggy Pancakes. I find him to be irredeemable, in my opinion, of a character. I think I might go over here to this fountain. Technically, everything for Mari and them should probably happen elsewhere, but I'm gonna have her jog over here and have Mari jog over here, or go over here as well. So I'm not sure. I think I went Mindy to propose to Mari, in my opinion. I think it's gonna go better, but also I feel like she wants to take this. She wants to show her a little. She wants to do it. So I think that's what she's gonna do. So I think we're gonna do that right now. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm so nervous about it. Why does it have to be that look, Mindy? I got all the looks you could give me right now. Oh, really? This is just how your eyes are gonna be? Okay. This has been a very long time coming, if I'm going to be honest with you. A very, very long time coming. So, oh, yes, they're so wholesome. I agree with that. I'm very okay with that. I'm going to go through the house one last time, as we are going to end up moving out. They want to move out on their own. So let me come back to Maggie real fast, and we're going to go through the house. Like I said, just one last time. This is the house that they grew up in. This is the house all the kids were born in. This is the house they moved into. I have a speed build on the channel of this house from the original creation of it. And this is the house that eventually Maggie and Holden are going to raise their kids in as well. Her brother has already moved out, Aaron. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they got married because someone won a Big Brother challenge. I think that's how his relationship was made. But either way, we built a tree house here. They rode bikes here for the first time. And this was the house that they grew up in. It's not the house that they were, like, the Andrea's originally born in. But this is the house, you know, like, if we're being honest. So this is Mindy's bedroom. It's been Mindy's bedroom for a long time now. It was originally Mindy's and Aggie's bedroom. Then it was Mindy's bedroom. She gave birth to the twins on this bed, which is, I think, really beautiful. This is the kitchen. It has gone through plenty of an upgrade, in my opinion. But I think it looks amazing. It's like one of my favorite spaces. And I think like one of the biggest things that I'm going to miss the most is the fact it's not going to be this, well, the new house is going to be more like they're just moving in, you know, type of thing. They'll be there for a little bit, but I'm not going to be adding a bunch of photos and things along those lines. This is the living room. The living space obviously has gone through several change as well. Some of them I like, some of them I really didn't like, I'm going to be honest with you. We have, you know, cake toppers. We have things we've collected over the years. This is grandparents' room at one point. Now it's Holden and Maggie's room. This is the room that's ever changing as well. This is what it currently looks like. Then we go upstairs. Upstairs where all the magic really happened. This is a very cute little bathroom. This was originally Maggie's bedroom when she was growing up in like high school, but also as a teenager, and you can see some of those photos here. This was her mom's studio when her mom was alive. Her mom had passed on not that long ago, Mindy's mom. This was her studio. This is Maggie's this is Mindy's office. Like I said, she has graduated. Yeah, that is Maggie. Look at her. Look how young. That's so crazy to me. She was so young. Oh, that's Maggie. That's her daughter. No wonder she's young. This is Mindy. Still young, to be fair. Still young, but different. Oh my word. All the post-it notes that we collected over the years, the baby's handprints and stuff. I guess that's Drew's. Our first doll we ever got. This was Aaron's bedroom, and things. And that's the house. You know, the outside is really accommodating towards both everybody's hobbies, such as like, you know, Mindy's a really big activist and stuff, so she does a lot of murals and stuff, but there's also things from high school here for the kids, but it's also very much here for Doodle. We've had Doodle since high school. You know, like I said, Doodle in like actuality probably should have passed when Mindy was an adult. The endings of a young adult life, early adulthood, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So I didn't do it. The birth certificates are also here. But I want to go through and look at some photos because it's been a minute since I've been in this save. And I would love to go look at some of the photos hanging up on the wall. And seriously, that's Mindy as a teenager. Oh my gosh. That's Mindy as a kid. That's Mindy as a kid. That's Mindy as a baby. Like a baby. Like a little toddler. That's her as a child. Her as a teenager. These are all her as a teenager. Doodle when Doodle was young. And then we also have the kids. Last time we took pictures were when they were children. And so that's the last update one. And things. Oh, okay. I did replace that picture. This was of Andrea and Thomas. And that's Iggy. Look at that picture. That's adorable. It's so cute. Like, I don't know. It's very cute to me. They're all very cute. That's funny that Kendra's there. Kendra is a serial cheater, apparently. We learned it out the hard way. It happens. But yeah, I just want to go down a little bit memory lane, look at some of these photos that really have changed, you know, have really done her life. These are all the baby prints and all the, you know, birth certificates and stuff for all the kids. I plan on leaving all this here. Alright, that being said, I wasted a lot of time talking about this house because it's the final episode. I don't feel bad about it. It is what it is. However, I'm going to go set up the wedding location for they're going to get married. And then also I got to get the house ready for when they move in as well. So I got to do both those things. So I'm going to go do both those things real quick. And then we'll come back for the wedding. And then I'll show you guys the new location. Alrighty, welcome to the wedding of Mindy Han and one Mari Diaz. The wedding is taking place outside of the library in Brightchester, so they shut down the library for the day. Mindy is like ridiculously rich, so it's not question that. Had their first interaction here at this library. The library I think has since been No, this is the actual library because this is the place. I was actually going to originally do it in the place that they met, which was this bathroom, but I felt like that was a little weird. So I decided to carve out 2 corners in the very front of the library. One for the food, the drinking and stuff. Then one for this. I invited over just immediate family. Did not invite over any exes or anything like that. Iggy, Mateo, both decided to show up. But hey, that's their choice. They, I think, have since left. And yeah, I'm going to have them walk down the aisle together. It seems like my wedding stories are still very much broken. Unshocking. So we're just going to ignore it and we're just going to watch them get married. I chose pink to be their theme, by the way. It's very pink. and things. Pink over here as well. Very fun, very cute, very fun. And so they're going to get married. We're going to try to go down this checklist. We don't hit everything. It doesn't really matter to me. And then I'm going to show you guys the new house they're going to move right after this. Starting with Mindy going down the aisle. Look at her. Look at her go. So I decided to take them both down here together because I just felt like it was a bit more romantic in my opinion. We're going to exchange vows and kiss. I did not get an officiant because everybody who I wanted to be an officiant is dead. Yeah, there's no officiant. There's no extra people. Really, it's just like a journalistic Sims wedding, just with the, I have my wedding stories installed. So my wedding stories. I think both outfits are also from my wedding stories, interestingly enough. Mindy decided to be in a suit this time. Again, I do not care who's watching. Everybody who's supposed to be invited is invited. That's all that matters to me. And the girls look happy. And that's all that matters to me as well. Because there's one thing I love. That is my girl Mindy. Happy. Do you wish her braids were on the opposite side of her head just so it'd be better for pictures? Like, I'm so happy for them. And I know some people are like, oh my god, she ended up with a woman. Mindy is a proud bisexual. She's been a proud bisexual since she was in college. Ah, look at them go. Aren't they so cute? Aren't they so cute? Ah. We are going to write a will. I love how Liza's now happy the fact I'm not married to her son anymore, and so she can be actually happy for me because she despised. Hate is not even the strong, like a good enough word in my opinion. She despised us, okay? She hated the fact that we got married to their son. She hated the fact that we had kids with their, I think Eliza really liked being a grandma, but she hated us. Like, oh my gosh, she hated us. She hated us so much and so deeply. Like, it felt personally attacking, I think, in an opinion of mine. I forgot all this stuff is fake for this lot. It's all debug items so they can walk through it. I very much forgot all about that. Oh my gosh, though. I mean, generally speaking, I loved Mari. Part of the reason why her and Mari didn't move past their initial relationship, if you don't remember, is because Mari was originally engaged. Mindy did it really, really badly because she had just gotten out of a long-term relationship with Iggy coming out of high school. They were together the entire time they were in high school. And so she got together with Mari in college, but she was just doing it for more an experiment, try to figure out who she liked, what she's into. Mari wanted something so much more, which, to me is very cute. Well, that's the wedding. So that being said, I'll see you guys all really fast for their move-in spot. They're literally going to move right now. It's happening. Oh my god. Alrighty guys, welcome to the final home and basically the final setting for this series. I wish I knew who built the house. I don't. I found it so many months ago. I meant to take note of it, but I've cleared out a lot of different things to get this series to work, so I don't have that information anymore. But this is the house. I think originally it's supposed to be in Sulani, if I'm not mistaken, and I placed it here because I think this is supposed to have some type of build out for an ocean view. I don't know. Having gone through some course ref, I actually think that Mindy's final home would be in Windenburg. Her grandparents grew up in Windenburg, and I think she would feel very good about living in Windenburg, where she would feel comfortable and feel happy about it. So that's where her and Mari ended up moving. They also moved out to where they have a little farm. I'm going to quickly show you guys the inside of the house, and then we're going to quickly write Mindy's will, because I think that's also super duper important to do, because we have a lot of things to pass down. So we're going to go ahead and do those. We can also supposedly make a heirloom. I don't know how to do that, and I also don't know if I can. I don't know. But either way, you come on in, and this is the downstairs. Downstairs very simple in retrospect, but this is what it looks like. I think it looks really cute. I hope everything's functional and usable. That's my main goal. There's a lot of clutter items, so I'm a little nervous they're not going to be able to cook. So it does make me a bit nervous, but you never know. This is the big bathroom. I think there is a small bathroom upstairs. And this is the sitting area and things. Mindy's not really a TV watcher, so we didn't really get anything for television. Then if we go upstairs, we have two major rooms, okay? There's a bathroom. It's attached to Mindy's bedroom. So the first one is we have her little office space. This is their bathroom. This is their bedroom and things. Their little computer. I think it looks really cute. Very simple. Obviously pre-decorated before they came in. So the style is not directly Mindy's, but it's also not Mindy's, which I enjoy. And then we have this big, huge room up here, which has a bunch of random things in it, simply because we are going to be inviting over families. All right, that's the house. That being said, I want to come in here and start will. Okay, we're going to do this. I was going to possibly take all of Mindy's accolades and put them in this house. But once again, I want to cement that house as the house that she really had a lot of life in. Okay, okay. It's now to her to decide who's ministering each and errands. Keep in mind that millions from Pancake's household cannot be passed down to other houses when it is the last in the household to die. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm going to go happy. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I can do this. Mourn. Give Toast a moment of silence. I feel like she would probably want someone to plant something, maybe. I don't feel like an instrument. Actually, you know what? Maybe an instrument. I think she'd want to lighthearted. I think. And then I also like the idea of lighting candles. That's so depressing to me. I don't even know how to handle any of that. Okay. I do love how there's many options. That's like one of my new favorite things that they have allowed us to do, is that there's so many options. I think it's beautiful. I think some of these are particularly beautiful. Fuck, I was not expecting this. I'm gonna choose that one. That one feels good. She has 3 kids, so an even split of 3 is 25%, right? 25, no, 50, no. I mean, 3 kids, it's not really even. Well, I guess she's also married, so we'll split it in 4 ways. So it's 20% a piece to everybody. Right. She would 100% do that, and I think if Mari died first, I think that's probably the route she would go, because Mari's not going to die first. It's already been written in stone. I think she will go ahead and pass along. So we have the Pizzazz family. It's getting 20%. We have the Pancakes getting the other 20%. And the last one is her daughter. There they are. All right. I think I have about 20% more of Simillion, and I'm going to give 20% to charity. All right. The will has been written. Hi. We are here. Mindy's here. Look at her. Don't you love her? There's Mari. So, change of plans. As you guys can tell that I have combined these 2 episodes. The original plan was to have stayovers and when everybody come over and you guys can see the differences and stuff. That's no longer the plan. We are going to have one big gigantic bash at the house and then So, let's go ahead and plan that party. I'm like really fucking sad about this. I think it's been like on my chest for a long time now as well, which is like kind of crazy to me. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's 4:55. Yeah, that's fine. We can plan a party right now. We can do an event. We can do this. Oh, there's gonna be quite a few things in here. I didn't know ranches have like a thing. I think it'll probably be like a family hangout is my best guess. We're gonna be doing that just a little bit. Maybe a family reunion? I would say a family. I was going to do like a house party, but I actually think a family reunion is a great little thing. We have Mini Pancakes it's actually Mini Diaz now. She's changed multiple names at this point. That's okay. I'm really going to try to invite everybody. I might invite some people in the background as well. People that are not going to be coming are exes. I know it's a little controversial. I do think they'll get invited to the funeral because they've played such a big part in her life. I'm going to invite her best friend. I know she has many best friends, but I personally feel like she has one in particular. So I'm going to invite them. There's a lot of 15. I want to make sure I invite all the kids. Very important to me and their kids. If they have kids. Okay, I'll have to invite spouses, I guess, separate. I don't know why Mara's on this list. Mara's not on this list. The only thing I can tell you now, because we're not going to get to see them, is that Aaron and Branson, they adopted some dogs. I was going to invite them over, have like a dog play date and stuff, but I don't know them, and I think it's like having an effect on it and things. I guess we'll invite I'll invite Tracy and Kendra and Bowen. Bowen and Kendra. Yeah, okay, I guess this is going to be the list. I'm going to choose it for 5 p.m. and then I'm going to get 11. Maybe we'll just go now. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know if we'll do any of this. I'm not really worried about any of that, to be honest with you. This is something that comes with the Sims 4 family pack. The one we talked about in the beginning. I can't remember what it's called. I'm very sad right now. They have gotten slight makeovers and stuff, so they look a little different. I didn't make over every outfit. So if one outfit seems like, oh, yeah, I know that outfit. That's because you do. Let me see who all these people are. Okay, that's Drew. Oh my god. And it's Maggie. Okay. I figured as they start to show up and things. She's fine. It looks nice. As they start to show up, I'll explain who they are and kind of what's changed in their life. So essentially from the last little section, I might put a timescape in there. It's been roughly like 6 or 7 years since they moved in here. Everybody kind of knows what this is. Everybody kind of understands why they're here. Mindy herself has taken ill. She is just getting old. There's really objectively nothing else to it. She's just very old. Essentially, this is all planned by Mari. Mari basically called everybody and said, hey, you guys all just need to come and be with your mom for a little bit. She's not doing too hot. She's really sad. And she's having a rough time. Essentially, she's still doing charity work, but she stopped YouTube. She stopped doing a lot of things that I think at one point really fueled Mindy to who she is today. So yeah, she has not seen the kids in a long time. They didn't purposely just like back out of her life. I think life just got really hectic, and so we're going to talk about all those little changes because I want to document them personally. This is Drew. The last time we saw Drew, I think he was a toddler. He might have been a child. I can't remember. I think he's a child. He is now a teen. He's grown up a little bit. He's figuring out this is Andrea's oldest. This is the child that Andrea was pregnant with when she was a teenager. Andrea's not shown up yet. So when Andrea does show up, we'll talk about her. Maggie, this is Maggie. Maggie is one of the twins. Maggie's an adult. They have not aged up yet. Twins have not aged up higher. But she is super high in her career. I don't remember exactly what level she is, but she is really high in her career. When she hit a certain level in her career, both her and Holden had decided, Holden is down here, that they decided that they were gonna have kids. For a lot of reasons, I do think that means a lot to Mindy. Because it's her final. These were her final kids. There's a big reason why her and Iggy, stayed together for as long as they did and stuff. And she is pregnant. She's not very far along in her pregnancy or anything like that. Not that she needs to be. But they're gonna give a little chatty chat. This is Bowen. Bowen was the vein of our troubles for a long time there. He cheated on. Oh, he was one of the people that Iggy cheated on us with. He cheated on us both with him and his sister. I'm gonna be honest with you. His sister, I'm gonna say that's who this is. Yep. He also cheated on us with Kendra. This is Nilish. Nilish is our half brother. This is the child of Jennifer and Dina. I don't want to get into too much of the lore there, but there's a bunch of lore selling that. So I did think he should come over. You can tell I didn't care too much about his looks. Jordan. I don't know who Jordan is. Obviously, Jordan has the last name of Larson. So he's part of the family. This is Aaron. Yeah, so like I said, the big thing with Aaron and Branson, whenever Branson does show up, is the fact that, they both come to the realization that they don't think they want kids. They're both pretty okay in their careers. Not amazing, but not, horrible in their careers either. And they decide to adopt 2 little doggies. I wish I could show you them. I cannot. They're very cute. I don't remember their names. I'm very sorry. But they did adopt 2 little doggies. That's the biggest changes in Aaron and Branson's life. They're not getting along super well. They're happy and things. Nothing is wrong. They've also realized that they're pretty open in their relationship, which was not something that I think Aaron, growing up in the family that he grew up in and growing up with the dad that he did grow up with, I think he really rebelled against the idea that his partner could be with other partners because of the turmoil and the heartache and the fighting, the really big fights that Iggy and Mindy would have, I think really did take a mental toll on them. I think by the time that Iggy cheating was so fully out, Andrea we saw what happened with Andrea. We saw the play out. But the thing with Maggie and Aaron in particular is that we didn't get to see the fallout of their relationships and stuff based on those events. Just the simple fact, without a doubt, one simple reason, and they aged up and they just kept going and their lives kept going. And they're seeing that when they were in these relationships that they felt so solid in at one point, they're seeing that the family trauma that Mindy did not want them to have at all, that really did break their soul, really did embed in them. And Aaron's in particular in his relationship and how badly he wanted to be in a monogamous relationship. And I'm not saying that Branson pushed him into an open relationship. I actually think Aaron is thriving in an open relationship. I think he's thriving in the relationship that they personally have. I do think it's something to take note in that's also a big change in their relationship. Maggie, the big effect I would say Maggie had on Maggie was her drive. She didn't want kids, and so they were so well off. They wanted kids. They knew they wanted kids. Holden and her both wanted kids, but because of her parents, because she got married and pregnant so early on in her life. Here's the thing. It's not super early. Mindy went to college. Mindy did all these things. She tried to do all these things. She tried to do everything correctly. But her dad, Iggy, was a deadbeat father. I don't mean to mean that in a mean way. I kind of do. But Iggy's Iggy, okay? And we all know what Iggy's like. We all know who Iggy is. And we all know what Iggy did. I think that mentally affected Maggie. Because they never once were scared about how they were going to grow up. By that point in time, Mindy was super high influent in a lot of different side hustles. That even her main job wasn't their source of income. It was a lot of their other stuff. was the sources of income. It still is Mindy's source of income. She is still super high up in her career, and she's still making more money through social media than she is in any other like pathway of her life. That took many Sims years. I don't recommend it. It was a very hard thing to do. But for her advancements and stuff, I think it ended up working out. But for Maggie in particular, Maggie looked at her mom and said, oh my god, she gave so much to the community. She did all these things for everybody, and it was always about everybody else. It was always about them, and she tried to spread herself so thin over the course of so long, and I think that also really affected Maggie. Now, when we talk about Andrea, we're going to talk about Andrea when she shows up. I'm just looking for her. So, Andrea had a few big changes. Can you figure out what the biggest change might be? Yeah, you're right. She's pregnant again with her third child. It was not intentional that they would be pregnant sisters, but they are pregnant sisters. She's pregnant with her third child. Andrea, because we were talking about a lot of reflections and stuff, she's very happy in her relationship. They have a farm, they have animals, the kids are happy. I don't know how Drew's doing, to be honest with you, but the little one who was also invited, I don't know if they'll show up or not. Katarina, she was an infant the last time you guys saw her. She is a child, and she is living the best life with horses. And I don't really know if that's the life that Andrea originally had sought out for, originally had the eyes for, but I don't think she's mad with where she went. I think this is very clear. Andrea took a lot of things from her parents, but unlike Aaron, who took the idea of something and wanted to run away from it, unlike Maggie, who took everything she could from somebody, Andrea basically did the opposite of everything. She decided really early on that her parents to her, and this is really sad because I don't think Mindy is this, but I'm so close to Mindy, so maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. That Mindy was a lot like her parents. And Mindy and Iggy were extremely toxic, and which, to be fair, I think they were kind of very toxic and things, and they never had a really real conversation about it either. They kind of did when she was younger, but nothing, substantial. But Mindy and Iggy were extremely toxic, and she wanted to not raise her kids like she was raised. You have to remember, Andrea is the firstborn. She lived in two houses. She lived in two houses. They moved there when she was a child. She knew that Maggie and Aaron were born because they thought that more children could fix their relationship, which it did not. It tore them even further apart. And I think Andrea just really embedded all that into her soul. And she was like, I'm not raising my children like I did, like my parents did. And because she moved out at such a young age, they moved out when they were teens. They were young when they did everything. They got married really young. Whole 9 yards. I think that also played a big factor into her life. She had to understand what adult was very quickly. Whereas Aaron and Maggie got to live their childhood, got to live their teenagehood without that extra weight, extraness to carry. But the fact that I do think Andrea just believed that her mom was a lot like her own mom. I don't know if she thinks she's exactly like Jennifer, But the fact that I don't think that she doesn't think she's like Jennifer and things, it breaks my fucking heart. Oh, there she is. That's little Katarina. I go tell Andrea thanks for coming while we're at it, while we're here. I just really hope you guys understand how much this character I just love so much. They're really close. She doesn't come around very often. She doesn't call her mom very often. Oh, look at them. I absolutely love that they're all talking in the kitchen. Okay, we can briefly talk about Jaden. This is Jaden. Jaden Pierce was our best friend. He's our best friend in high school, and he's the only really big friend that I think stuck with us through everything. Mostly because Evie turned into somewhat of a love interest, and so I think Evie and Jaden were the two top ones. Morgan, who was also part of our friendship, ended up becoming a throuple, which I also think played a somewhat factor into his lifestyle as well, into Aaron's lifestyle, knowing that Iggy isn't a throuple. They do have a half-sibling out there, maybe two half-siblings, I can't remember how many he adopted once they all got married. Mateo, Iggy, and Morgan all married. It's a crazy little bunch over there. But Zachary and Jaden got married. That was a video. We were there. We initiated that wedding. It was a beautiful ceremony and things. They currently have 2 children. I think that whole relationship was formed on YouTube. It's absolutely insane to me. I think she's gonna talk to him. I think she's gonna go around and give wisdom. Obviously Doodle's still here as well, and I know some people have asked about Doodle and why Doodle had stayed around for so long, because he has been around for so long. That's because the dog doesn't die. It's just not something that happens. I don't know what game you play or what world you live in, My dog never dies. Okay. Okay. Well, this was our little housewarming party. Can I come back? Alright, I had to come in here. I had to start filming because it happened. Mindy Pancakes has lived a long life, but her time has finally come. Mindy is dying of old age. I can't believe that she's dying. I mean, obviously I can. That's the whole point of this episode. It is birth to death, and we are... When Alpha to choose to die in as well. She was just doing her nightly routine. She updates social media every night. She quickly does some relaxing stuff, and, you know, Mari had already gone to bed. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my word. Here comes death. Not Doodle. I just can't believe. Like, she's gone. Mindy has passed away. Begin a new chapter. I've never seen this screen before. Begin a new chapter of life of becoming a ghost. Exciting ghostly powers wait in the afterlife. Perhaps Mindy has some unfinished business to do. You can also use rings to control Mindy and allow her to stick around for free roam ghosts. Rebirth is new life with faded memories of those you once knew. You'll be taken to manage roles like a household to rebirth your sim into. If you've earned the burning soul trait, your soul will be able to manifest pieces of past personality traits along with certain others. If you choose rebirth as a younger sim, you'll have certain developmental skills immediately. I'm gonna become a free roaming ghost. She's not gonna know anyone. Oh, please just let me have access to everybody. Only 8 sims can come? Okay, but that's 8. Is it necessarily a bad thing that 8 can't come? I don't know. Ravenwood. I've never been to this town before. I don't think. That's where it's gonna... Oh my god, and it's just happening? I didn't know that. If I would have known that, I would have waited. Alright, I'll see you guys there. Welcome to the funeral of Mindy Hahn. I'm gonna have Mari give a eulogy. That's who I have control of. Look at the beautiful photo. And I've done a few funerals. I think we did 1 or 2 in the past. And this one's gonna be a bit different. Essentially, I'm just gonna talk about Mindy's life. The journey that we've been on throughout this series. We met Mindy when she was first fresh in the womb of her mother's stomach. She was born in a small San Myshuno apartment. She was raised by her parents. Her parents had a tumultuous, toxic romance that ended with them not getting together and them ended up moving in with her grandparents. Mindy's grandparents, who have since passed, raised her to the woman that she was today. Mindy, when she was a child, developed a crush on Mateo. As she grew up and she got older, she ended up in a relationship with Iggy Pancakes. Her grandmother stating that she does not need to be in a relationship and she should go to college, even though Mindy wasn't entirely sure what she wanted to go to college for, decided to take her grandmother's word and go off to college with Evie. While in college, Evie had already had a crush on Mindy. Mindy had soon realized that it was bisexual, and she jumped into a fling-like relationship with one Mari Den, who obviously she has lived with and she has loved as she has gotten older. In college, she ends up dropping out after becoming an alcoholic and things. She had a rough college life, and in that process of moving out, her grandparents also stopped immediate contact with her. She went to school for business, and she quickly decided that wasn't what she wanted to do anymore. She started an online presence that slowly grew up to 41 million followers online in the Sims community. Her pictures went viral. She became sponsored. She became super famous. Her best friend Evie became a super mega huge global star actress. When she left college, she decided to open up her own art shop because she was making art on the side as well. That went on for quite a while, and she did own her little art business until when she was at her art business, she met Iggy again as a young adult, and they slowly grew into a fine, well couple. Drama really started at her engagement party, where when she was unwed to be engaged, Evie came on to her and Iggy came on to somebody else. She rolled it off as bad feelings and moved on, and they ended up getting married. While doing their honeymoon and Jungle Ventures Pack, I can't think of the title of it, what it's called. When doing their honeymoon there, she realized that she was pregnant with Andrea. They move into her little apartment in San Myshuno, where she resides for quite a while. They raise Andrea. Once Andrea is a child, they end up moving into their own home, where they end up staying in Sensuo for quite a while. She also ends up moving her business there as well. Her business ends up going under because of her mom's laundering business. She used her as a launder front. It's a bit more complicated than that, but that's the basics. She ends up calling off her relationships with both her parents over this, who end up staying in touch even though due to their tumultuous relationship of cheating and blackmail. She ends up marrying Iggy. They end up having a child, and when Andrea, I think, is a child, they end up being pregnant with Maggie and Aaron. Maggie and Aaron were born to a tumultuous relationship by this point in time. Iggy was blatantly cheating on her. He cheated on with her midlife, which I think was the most egregious he could have got in this process. Mindy decided to bear the pain of everything and stay with Iggy, and she ended up staying with Iggy for quite a while longer. Andrea ends up becoming pregnant as a teenager, which took a big toll on her family and also on her. She ends up getting married to Thomas, and they end up moving out shortly after that, before the baby is born. Maggie and Aaron grow up to become teenagers, who become young adults who are going off to college. In this process, Mindy also went back to college to get her degree. She got her degree in communication and soon switched careers and started working through charity, as she has realized in her many, many years of being a social media presence that her number one thing in life is charity. She wants to give back to the community, and she wants to give everybody else a better life that she could never have had because she couldn't have it. Mindy then ends up getting a divorce from Iggy. The divorce judge ends up ruling that Iggy deserves more than half the money. He got like $56,000 in that divorce. I don't want to talk about it. I was so pissed. Shortly after that, Mindy starts a relationship with Evie, and we all kind of thought Evie was going to be endgame. And Evie ended up being almost slightly worse than Iggy. She would deny their relationship. She would come on to her, come off to her. It was a very short but very toxic relationship. Eventually, Mindy decided to call off all relationships, every single one. Shortly after that, she realized that Iggy was in an eighth throuple, which he still resides in. She ends up meeting Mari again at a once-in-a-lifetime chance, and she is an adult, and then they end up becoming together officially as elders, and they live out the rest of their days. She also had a cute little dog named Doodle, who is still very happy, very healthy, and very living. She was surpassed by Mari, as her wife. She was also surpassed by her 3 children. Her entire family came to say goodbye to her. I love that Jaden's giving a eulogy. Alright, that being said, guys, that is it. That is Birth to Death. I hope you guys enjoyed this series as much as I did. It's bittersweet that it's coming to an end. 3 years after the events, 3 seasons later, Mindy's life has been told. Let me know if you guys agreed with how it ended. Let me know if you guys had any changes that you would like to make. And let me know what your guys' favorite memory of Mindy was in the comments. She was by far my favorite sin of all time. And stay tuned for the channel to figure out where we're going next. That being said, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.